Hey folks, welcome to my updated Get Fit for Combat with Sword and Shield. This video targets beginners who still struggle with the heavy shield and at experienced fighters who may have taken a longer break and now struggle to come back in. If you're unsure how heavy your shield should be, you can watch my last video about historical and training shield weight. I will link it in the description below and in the info box. The program aims to make you able to hold your shield actively on shoulder height for the necessary amount of time in combat while you maintain a good and stable posture. You should do the exercises 2 times a week if possible. You should perform each set in a way that you feel a good burning at the end, but do not go to exhaustion, which means you wouldn't be able to do any more repetition. There should be 2 to 3 reps left in your tank. Keep a rest of 1 to 2 days between each workout, and you will need at least some kind of weight, may it be a dumbbell or in the worst case just with your weapons. So,
less talking, more reading!
Let's get to action. I only will explain every exercise briefly for time reasons, but I will put links in the description where you will find more in-depth tutorials for the more complex ones. As long as we are still at full strength, we start with the push-ups. I know some people struggle with one proper push-up, but in my opinion everybody should be able to perform at least a few of them. However, there is absolutely no reason for shame if you're not able to do a proper one yet. You can begin with an object at hip height and work your way down, or simply perform the kneeling variant until you are able to do 3 push-ups in a row. Then you simply do 3 setups of normal push-ups and increase repetitions over time. For absolute beginners, your end goal should be 6 push-ups in a row. For fitter individuals, 3 times 12 push-ups is a good goal to work on. The exercise will not only increase your push strength for shield binds, but also stabilize your core. Your upper arm should be in a 45 to 60 degree angle from your body. And take care to especially engage your abdominal muscles for straight body posture. You can perform the push-up on your palms or on your fist to strengthen the wrist. At the beginning, it may be the best to alternate between these options. You should rest for 2 minutes between each set of this workout, no matter the exercise. You can make the push-up more difficult by placing your feet on higher ground, but maintain tense core and proper posture. Next we have the squat. We want to strengthen your legs and lower torso for fast footwork and a stable low stance. Start with the legs shoulder wide apart. The feet can be positioned in a slight outward angle. Go down until the thighs are parallel to the ground or slightly deeper than that. You should perform 3 sets. Our end goal is 3 sets of 30, but you can start from any number you are able to do. You are here to progress. You can make the exercise more difficult by performing it in armor and or doing the upward movement as explosive as possible while still being able to perform the exercise cleanly. Now we finally engage your weapon arms. The classical overhead press will strengthen your deltoid and supraspinatus muscles, which are responsible to raise and hold your shield up. Furthermore, it will train your tricep muscles. Start with the arms in a 30 degree angle and focus to keep your neck muscles relaxed. The shoulders stay where they are, only the arm is moving. Engage your ab muscles to keep your back straight. Our end goal is 3 times 30 repetitions with the weight of your shield. With an endurant biceps, you will be able to longer hold the shield in front of you, especially in the line fights. We will train them with the classical bicep curl. If you have a dumbbell, implement a rotation at the beginning and at the end of each repetition to engage the muscles most effectively. If you only have the shield, you can simply do hammer curls. The end goal here is also 3 times 30 reps with the weight of the shield. If you are short on time or want to make the workout more intense, you can do the next exercise in between the breaks of the previous one. Of course, we have to implement the classical plank if we want to improve our core strength. This will not only allow us to fight in a forward bend manner, but also makes us more resilient in the bind. Take care that you engage your ab muscles as always. I do not want to see your ass up high in the clouds. Work your way up to 30 to 40 seconds for 3 standard sets. It will be even more challenging if you place the elbows below your forehead or even further away. Time for my favorite exercise, the shield punch and bind. I took it over from Roland Warzecher. Go in the proper combat stance with bent knees and slightly lean forward. Alternate between a fast punch and the overbind against your imaginary enemy. If you're not familiar with the latter one, imagine to place the tip of your grip on the opponent's shoulder. We aim for around 3 times 60 repetitions, however the exercise is quite exhausting for the deltoid muscles, so it's fine if you start low. At the end of the program, you should be able to fight actively with the shield for several minutes without your arms getting heavy. Let's rest the core for a minute and improve the endurance of our underarms. The movement is only subtle, since the wrist only has a small range of motion. Simply pull up the back of your wrist. Your arms should be fixed to the body and move as little as possible. If you do not have a dumbbell, you can simply perform the exercise with your sword. Point the tip a bit inward in a 45-degree angle and pull the tip up until the blade is parallel to the ground, while keeping the arms relaxed. 3 times 30 to 40 repetitions with your sword weight may be a good end goal. However, if your arms keep getting tired in combat, especially in line fights, you may want to increase the reps or the sets. Finally, we engage our core and legs one more time. You can again alternate the exercises in the respective rest phase of each other. For the first exercise, we sit at the wall, the thighs parallel to the ground. Work your way up to 1 minute for 3 sets. And last but not least, to strengthen your lower back a bit more, we will end our program with bird dogs. Kneel down with your hands directly below the shoulders on the ground. Raise the opposite arm and leg into the air and hold it for a few seconds. Then go back into the start position and do the other side. We do our standard 3 sets. At the beginning you may only hold for 2 seconds, but our end goal is around 15 reps with a 5-second hold. So, I hope this exercise will help you and you enjoy them as much as I did. We will see us next time and don't stop the training, folks!